What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. I hope that you've remembered to open a new tab, not leave this one. Head on over to thequartering.com and get signed up for my mail list, which is available in the upper right-hand corner of it. It's important. We're working to add all sorts of features to the site, features that will be free, add value, and just improve the product I can offer you. It looks like we now have the very next Will Smith incident. Another copycat, this time rapper T.I., having a meltdown over a joke and rushing the stage and ripping the mic away and all sorts of stuff over jokes. This starts now. Comedy clubs will put up signs. Comedy club puts up signs warning Will Smith copycats will not be tolerated. As reports surface, Chris Rock isn't considering suing. This is what things were reported initially after the event. Fresh hit fears over Will Smith slap copycats as comedy club owner says King Richard actor should apologize to all comedians. This guy's been running a stand-up club since 1986. Danny Zolden, the owner of Manhattan Stand-Up in New York, told The Sun that in his 13 years of running the club, he's never seen an audience member exhibit that kind of unhinged behavior displayed by Smith in front of millions of stunned viewers back last Sunday. Of course, we've had hecklers every once in a while, usually when they've had one too many to drink. Zolan said, but in 13 years, nobody's ever come up on stage, let alone raise their hand to one of our comics. What happened on Sunday night was way over the line, he added. To physically go after a comedian for a joke, a mildly offensive joke, with a slap in the face is just a horrible thing. Zolden says he fears Smith's striking of Rock may inspire others to storm the stage and go after comedians if they take a disliking to a joke in the future. To deter any potential copycat, Zolden has put up a sign in the window of the stand-up outlining the club's zero-tolerance policy on any kind of physicality against comics, insisting that comedians must be protected. Explaining his decision to put up the warning, he said, I just don't want other people to think it's okay to go on stage and go after somebody. That shouldn't be tolerated anywhere, not at the Oscars, not in any other setting. So I think that's the message we're trying to send. Now, last night, apparently, T.I., I didn't really follow mainstream manufactured rap. And so I'm not very familiar with T.I. All I know is that, I don't really find myself enjoying rap music that gets Grammys. But video shows T.I. getting into heated exchange with a female comedian who mentioned some of his previous claims. It's pointed out by Baller Alert. The Grammy Award-winning rapper got into a heated exchange Monday night during an open mic comedy event in Atlanta. Video shows T.I. standing next to the stage confronting host Lauren Knight after she seemingly mentioned some sort of allegations against Tip, that's his name, and his wife. Now, there were some spicy allegations against him from 3 different women, but they were just that, allegations, okay? Allegations do not make you guilty. We all know there's a variety of ways that like an allegation can disappear. The most popular way in Hollywood is when money changes hands, and in government when money exchanges hands or favors and things of that nature. Certainly likely in that scenario, but it's not as if he or his wife were actually convicted of anything, so we have to presume he's innocent. Or he found a way to be innocent. But that's all we know. We don't know if any money exchanged hands or anything like that. The clip begins with T.I. denying the accusation. Now there's video, but it's like, I can't even show you the video because it's like an expletive every other word. Fortunately, there's some, I'll show you the video of like the interaction, and I'll try to play the transcript for you because it's another completely unhinged rant. The clip begins with T.I. denying the accusations and reminding the audience that the case was ultimately dismissed. And it was, to be fair. There was no effing crime. There's nothing to charge me for, or my wife, he says into the mic. By the way, how did he get the mic? Well, I don't know. Before Knight attempts to interject, shut the F up for a second. hey, listen, no. As many times as you joke about that N-word, I'm going to check your MFing A as long as it takes N-word. Again, you could see why I can't play the video. When you stop talking about it, when you stop playing with me and mine, I'm going to stop saying something. Essentially, he's at minimum, trying to intimidate this comedian out of making jokes. Certainly there was, you could argue, yes, no conviction, but, there was the claims and you're allowed to comment on that. He also continued, ain't no case, ain't never been no case, because I ain't did nothing wrong with my wife, and my wife ain't did nothing wrong. And if you keep playing on me, N-word, I'm going to MF and continue to confront you publicly, verbally. That's nice, verbally. It's unclear exactly what Knight said to ignite the response. She later told the audience she didn't believe the claims leveled against him and his wife were true. Quote, T.I. is innocent. I truly believe it, she said. Give it up for him. There are no charges. Now, this is a woman that could probably be deeply afraid, right? Certainly, the message here was, you're not allowed to make jokes about this, and I'm going to make sure you can't make jokes about it. Then, immediately after the comedian tried to squash the issue, T.I. began shouting once again and told Knight to, quote, stop playing with him. Knight reassured that wasn't the case and reminded him that she's just trying to do her job. This is not a rap battle. This is an MFing comedy show, she said, as T.I. walked on the stage and gave her a hug. And to be clear, if I want to make jokes about something, I'll make jokes about something. Absolutely, you're not going to tell me to shut the F up in my S. This is my S, let's be very clear. Then T.I. snatched the mic from her and said, no, it's not, before the sound was cut. I don't know how aggressively the mic was snatched away, but certainly some battery claims could probably be levied there. Several minutes later, Knight and T.I. exchanged some kinder words on the stage and seemingly buried the hatchet. Well, I don't know. You never really know how this stuff ends up, working itself out. Look, I get why that's a sensitive subject. And again, it's probably a little more spicy than making fun of somebody's alopecia. But here we have the second event in a week of a famous privileged individual who's worth a lot of money sitting at a comedy club, or like sitting in the front row at the Golden Globes or the Oscars or whatever it was, where the comedian's on stage job is to roast you and then not being able to take a joke. Like, don't be at a comedy club if you can't take a joke. And if you're famous, they're gonna get you. That's just the way it is. You don't get to go up there and scream in their face and rip the mic away from them or anything like that. Now, T.I. did not, from what I've seen the video, the audio. I've heard the audio of the exchange. But you see here, she's not happy. She said, Knight says she kept getting interrupted by T.I.'s nonstop heckling. I'm talking about marriage and stuff, and he keeps cutting me off, telling me to shut the F up, calling me all kinds of strange things, and heckling me. So there's more to the story. Addressing the heated incident, the comedian said T.I. showed up at the end of the event and delivered a 30-minute stand-up routine. And after he had completed his set, she returned to the stage to continue her hosting duties. But things started to go wrong. So dude's a comedian, allegedly. And he can't take a joke. The comedian then claimed that T.I. began demanding that she take off her wig and refused to stop heckling when she was asked. Knight described his behavior as harassment in her post, and due to the fact that she felt so uncomfortable on stage, the comedian then decided to hit back at the rapper by bringing up his claims of his bad behavior. So he was heckling her into it. He forced her into it. I said, all right, I'll take off my wig when you speak on the allegations. Nobody was tight except for him, meaning like uncomfortable. Nobody called him the R word. I'm responding to him telling me in a room full of people to rip my wig off and made a joke just like he did. So if you got a problem with it, not mine. Okay, so now we know. So dude was running his mouth. She clapped back, and then he had a meltdown. Rapper T and his wife have, of course, denied these claims, and again, it was dropped, so it is what it is. But, like, you know, ultimately, let's actually see what the post is on Instagram. It seems like everybody uses Instagram now. I guess people always have. I've always kind of ignored it as a platform. I have an Instagram. So you see here, it went from something simple that should have gotten squashed and settled to this man using his platform to lie on me to justify some BS. Everyone is tripping. I don't want to do I just want to do comedy. So Troubleman31, run me my million. I don't know what that means. We ended on a positive note, and now you're lying and saying stuff to weaponize your fan base, and that's not, I'm not here for. I don't give an F about how y'all feel. I'm getting threats on my life and harassed because this dude want to lie. That's lame. This stuff is so, I don't know. I don't know a lot. These are, I don't know what people refer to this to as, avlang. I don't know what it is. Ebonics, a different word for ebonics. I don't know. Or it's some hip language I don't understand because I'm a square in the Midwest. You know, you see, oh, by the way, this is comedy. You know, like this dude I know I can't play his video because he's gone, you know, like he's just melting down. And you see this, you can't be a heckler and then get mad when you get a response. I stand on what I said. I love comedy. Make sure you got the whole story before you believe anything. Make sure you're at whatever, this place. And like, dude was probably, you know, hammered or under the influence or something, thought he was being funny. And then when she clapped back, it didn't end well for him. And now he's like just melting down. I don't really care about her wig or whatever. Wear all the wigs you want. But this is just it. Just like all comedians thought, here we go. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.